Welcome to the Daily Globe. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. Good evening. Tonight we take you to the heart of America, to towns built on grit and the promise of a steady job. For generations, Tyson Foods meant stability for families and entire communities. Now, that foundation is cracking. 5 communities are reeling from Tyson's decision to shutter plants, eliminating thousands of jobs and leaving a gaping hole in local economies. This isn't just about numbers, it's about people, their livelihoods, and the future of their towns. Tyson's closures have sent shockwaves far beyond factory gates, reaching all the way to Washington. Former President Donald Trump has condemned the move, framing it as a betrayal of American workers and fueling a heated political debate. The stakes are high for families caught in the middle. Tonight we'll explore Tyson's history, visit Perry, Iowa, and Emporia, Kansas, and hear from those most affected. We'll examine the economic forces driving these changes and what they mean for the future of food production in North America. This is more than a business story. It's about the changing face of the American heartland and the resilience of its people in the face of profound uncertainty. To grasp the impact of these closures, you need to understand Tyson Foods' legacy. Founded during the Great Depression, Tyson grew from a small chicken hauling business into a global meat powerhouse. By pioneering vertical integration, Tyson controlled every step, from hatchery to processing, fueling rapid expansion. For many small towns, a Tyson plant meant hundreds of jobs and a new tax base, an economic engine supporting generations. But this dominance came with controversy, tough working conditions, labor disputes, and environmental concerns. Still, for many, including immigrants and refugees, Tyson offered a path to the middle class. The relationship was always complex mutual dependence, but a clear power imbalance. That's why these closures are so jarring. These aren't failing plants. Perry's facility, for example, was a community cornerstone for over 60 years. Tyson cites changing markets and aging facilities. But for workers, it feels like loyalty discarded for corporate restructuring. The company's decisions now signal a major strategic shift. For the towns left behind, the sense of loss is profound, and the future, uncertain. The announcements hit the heartland like a series of gut punches. Tyson confirmed it would close 5 U.S. plants, including major facilities in Perry, Iowa, and Emporia, Kansas. In Perry, nearly 1,300 employees lost their jobs, catastrophic for a town of 8,000. Emporia faced a similar fate, with 800 jobs gone and unemployment spiking. The closures weren't just about efficiency, they ripped out the economic heart of these communities. Tyson's promises of support ring hollow for thousands now scrambling for work. The company is consolidating, moving production to newer, more modern plants. For the workers, the fallout is immediate and devastating. Perry, Iowa, is a stark example of what happens when a town's main economic artery is severed. The Tyson plant's closure in June 2024 left nearly 1,300 people jobless, compounding the trauma of a recent school shooting. Local businesses suffered, school enrollment dropped, and food insecurity surged. Yet Perry's response has been remarkable. Community leaders and organizations mobilized quickly, expanding retraining programs for commercial driving, nursing, and welding, many tailored for English language learners. At least 50 former employees have already enrolled, seeking new skills for a new reality. There are glimmers of hope. An Italian manufacturer is bringing 35 jobs to Perry, a small but important step. The massive former Tyson plant remains for sale, a stark reminder of what's been lost. But as City Administrator Sven Peterson says, the community's resilience stands out. Perry's future is uncertain, but its spirit endures. The town is determined to rebuild. Emporia, Kansas, is facing its own economic storm after losing nearly 800 Tyson jobs. The city's unemployment rate soared, and small businesses felt the strain. But Emporia refused to be defined by crisis. Community coalitions sprang into action, organizing job fairs and resource centers for affected families. Stories of resilience emerged, like Jonathan Juarez, who started his own car detailing business after being laid off. Yet, many former Tyson workers remain underemployed or searching for jobs that match their old pay. The community's solidarity is strong, but recovery will be long and difficult. Emporia's experience is a cautionary tale about relying on a single large employer. The vulnerabilities are real, and the lessons urgent. Beyond the statistics, the human cost of these closures is immense. For many, Tyson was more than a job. It was a career and a lifeline. Manuel de Jesus Hernandez, a 24-year veteran of the Perry plant, turned adversity into opportunity. He retrained as a commercial truck driver, now earning better pay and benefits. His story is one of adaptation and hope. Others, like Aja Kaweth, became nursing assistants, finding better work-life balance but lower pay. These stories reveal a complex reality. Retraining can open new doors but often comes with trade-offs. Not everyone lands on their feet. Some face underemployment or must leave their communities behind. The emotional toll is heavy, and the scars will take time to heal. Community support systems are a lifeline, but the path forward is not easy. For every success, there are many still struggling. The resilience of these workers is inspiring, but the journey is far from over. The plant closures quickly became a political flashpoint. Former President Trump condemned Tyson, blaming the current administration's policies and calling for boycotts. He positioned himself as the defender of American workers, promising punitive measures for companies that move jobs abroad. Trump's rhetoric taps into deep economic anxieties and nationalist sentiment, energizing his base. He also seized on Tyson's hiring of immigrants, fueling a divisive debate about jobs and immigration. The political fallout is significant, putting pressure on both Tyson and the administration. For workers, the political theater feels distant from their immediate needs. But it's shaping the national conversation about jobs, trade, and corporate responsibility. These closures are part of a larger shift in the global meat industry. Rising labor costs, aging plants, and volatile markets are pushing companies like Tyson to prioritize efficiency and automation. That means investing in new facilities and closing older ones. A painful, but predictable, evolution. There's also a geographic shift underway. Tyson is investing in places like Canada, drawn by stable politics, strong agriculture, and access to export markets. Canadian provinces are courting these investments, hoping to boost local economies. A more distributed production network across North America could create resilience, but also exposes new communities to the same risks. The era of lifetime employment at a single plant is ending. The future will be shaped by technology, automation, and global markets. Governments and communities must invest in retraining and workforce development. Companies must be transparent and support the towns they impact. The challenge: manage this transition without leaving communities behind. The stakes are high for all of North America. Perry and Emporia's stories are both a warning and a testament to resilience. Despite devastating losses, these communities rallied. Neighbors helped neighbors, leaders stepped up, and people began to reinvent themselves. The path forward is uncertain, but defined by determination, not despair. The crisis highlights the need for a new approach to economic development, one that values diversification and invests in people. Small steps, like the 35 new jobs in Perry, matter. The political debate must lead to real action. Stronger safety nets, modern workforce training, and policies that encourage companies to invest in American communities. The anger and frustration are real, and demand a constructive response. This is about more than one company or a few towns. It's about the future of work in America. The forces reshaping the meat industry are at play across the economy. The resilience of Perry and Emporia offers a roadmap for all of us. Thank you for watching.